But at 22 past 8, Wednesday morning, we check in with Glen Kelly, member for Moranni. Good morning.
Aaron, how are you, mate?
Terrific. What about yourself?
Yeah, going well.
Nice to hear.
Another busy week around the electorate, but yeah, we got a fair bit going on. I head up to Mackay in the morning for a short trip, that one, but yeah, we're still getting around, busy as ever, and well, that's my job, isn't it? I got to hook in.
There you go. And we spoke to the Mayor of the Livingston Shire, Adam Bello, yesterday, and he mentioned your trip up to Stanage Bay.
Yeah, had a good trip up there with the Mayor on Monday. We got going pretty early, and we called in a couple of areas there and had a look at the issues up there. Obviously, with the rain that was out of that Koji event, or that rain event there, saw a lot of water go down through that Stanage Bay area, and coming out of the steepness of some of them hills up around Stanage Bay certainly did some damage to some of those roads. But it was good to catch up with Brad Hayes. He's the first officer up in there for Rural Fire Brigade, and different members of the SES, and get a good feel of what's going on up in there. And they're certainly not forgotten about. It's a beautiful area in Stanage Bay. For people that haven't been in that area, it's a very unique spot in the area and around the coast. But they like the quiet life, and they certainly enjoy what they do in there. But they're certainly committed to their community. And obviously, Adam and I, we went up to have a look at some of the problems out of that wet weather event, and some of the things we could do moving forward as a government, with working with Adam. That they've got a serious issue with that Whyalla Road or Whyalla Creek there, heading into Stanage. It's about 50k in. It was completely wiped out after that weather event, and yeah, when you talk about engineers, I don't know, they should have listened to the community and listened to the locals to get that right, because they've got a big mess there now. And once something like that happens in a creek crossing with a road, you'll always have issues there. So we'll certainly work to try and sort that out for them. But no, it was a good trip.
Glenn, we've got to get this right one day. The locals know their area. And when you're talking about a whole lot of issues, it just amazes me that we don't consult locals more often.
You're spot on, mate. It's see, when you start talking locals and communities, you're talking generations of history there. And look, they've always got the right answers because they've been there, done that, and seen it. Yeah, doing things from a book and understanding stuff from a book just doesn't work sometimes in the electorate of Moranni. And no, I think that's actually what happened up in there was an example of listen to the locals, because they do know best. They've seen it all before. So, no, it's a good one, mate. And we'll keep pushing to make sure the communities get heard first.
Well done. And you went to Capricorn Sandstone Quarries too.
Yeah, so Karen and I, we went out there yesterday. We had a really good afternoon listening and looking around the Capricorn Sandstone Quarries. They employ over 20 people out there, Reese and Tansen, and they've been there since 1992-3. I sort of remember sitting on a dozer and a front-end loader up in there when they got that quarry up and running again back in the day. That the quarry itself been operational for about 100 years or a bit over 100 years, and you know, some of that product it gets around, like it's even been placed down there at Parliament House in Brisbane. There's sandstone gone down there, and Australian War Memorial in Canberra, and it's probably, well, it's recognised as some of the best sandstone in the world, and you know, to have an industry like that so close to Rocky is pretty important. And you got to remember, a lot of the sandstone from there come out. It's sitting down there on Key Street as we speak. And so, no, it's a pretty historical place. And it was great to get there and have a look and have a listen. And we've got a few things there we want to sort out for them too, because we want to keep that sandstone quarry going on for generations.
Well done. Let's keep the upgrades going on the highway too. There's some work going on north of Marlborough.
Yeah, Aaron, it's good to see. Obviously, I live on that Bruce Highway, and I know every pothole on the blooming thing, but there's 26 or 27 kilometres just started works just north of Marlborough now, going back up to Toowoomba Creek on that targeted safety program that we've got going on the Bruce. And from memory, I think we've got a total of 6 sections of the Bruces getting done in the next couple of years, which is really good. And but that section's been recognised as one of the just got to get it done, get it fixed. And but you know, I listened to things last week there, and we had Stephen Miles jumping up and down about the Bruce Highway and getting nothing done and all the rest of it. Well, the Labor Party had 30 years to get that Bruce Highway recognised as a with the issues it had. And from memory, the last time that Stephen Miles did between Rockhampton and Gladstone was in a plane carrying a birthday cake for the member for Gladstone. So, I mean, you know, he doesn't want to be too cheeky, start throwing rocks at me. I'll tell you what, because he'll get his own back. He'll get a cake in the face.
Yeah, you're right. And I've brought this up plenty of times, but it was Wayne Goss who promised Queensland a 4-lane highway from Brisbane to Cairns. Never got that, did we?
No, it was just talkfest, that one, mate.
Yeah, absolutely. And tell us about this Rockhampton courthouse upgrade. I spoke about it a little bit earlier on this morning when I did the front page of the CQ Today. Yes.
So, Rocky Courthouse upgrades, it was a privilege to have the Attorney-General, Deb Frecklington, up yesterday, and the member for Keppel was there, Nigel Hutton, and it's $8.6 million worth of upgrades to the Rocky Courthouse to improve and support victims and family and domestic violence. And I mean, that's a big thing. These upgrades will include construction of a new courtroom dedicated to domestic and family violence matters, and there'll also be 2 new dedicated safe rooms for those that are victims of vulnerable witnesses. So, no, it's very important, this, and DV is something that's recognised right across the state, and it's something that you do hear about it a lot, and there's a lot of it goes on and we don't know. So our government's recognised this, and something like putting money into Rocky Courthouse is so important, just to give those the victims the support they need and the security they need, just to let them know that we're watching out for them and need the love that they deserve.
Yeah, really important that. And we're one of the worst areas for domestic violence in Australia, in central Queensland, which is tragic to think about.
That's right. Tragic, mate, tragic, yeah.
Yes, but I was mixing with Ms. Frecklington and also the member for Keppel, Nigel Hutton, yesterday. They didn't invite you along?
Oh, to the, hang on, let me think, to the racetrack, is that right?
Yes, absolutely.
Mate, I didn't have time yesterday to be fluting around the racetrack. No, I knew that was on. I think Michelle Landry went along as well.
Michelle
But I think she was there, but no, we were up there at Mount Morgan, and Karen and I went up there and did our jobs up in there as we do, and yeah, no, I'll have to leave the races for another day, mate.
Good stuff. Hey, good to catch up with you, Glenn. Have a great day.
Hey, good on you, bud. Thanks for that, eh?
There you go. Glen Kelly, member for Morani on 94RO. 8:30.